This is the installation video for the mist collector. As with all our installations, make sure you go to tormach.com and go to the support dropdown. Click on the 1500MX, then go to Documents and download the operator manual from there. You can navigate to the mist collector install instructions by clicking on Install Accessory Components on the left and then Install the mist collector kit. Take some time to go over the installation procedure and all the warnings and cautions covering the mist collector install. Before you even order the mist collector, you need to make sure that your location has the correct height. As it is, it stands taller than the spindle head, but in addition to that, sometimes you need to replace the filter. And to do that, you need to lift up the filter lid, and that goes up to 117 inches, which is about 10 feet. There are two options for installing the mist collector. One is on the ground and the other is on top of the mill. Since a majority of our customers will place it up on top, we'll cover that. To do the ground install, you can find those instructions in the operator manual. The tools you will need for this installation are both a regular number 2 Phillips screwdriver and a short-handled version, a flat blade screwdriver or punch, a rubber mallet, a metric hex wrench set, a 10mm wrench or socket, a 24mm open-end wrench, a ladder, two 2-foot wide 4x4 blocks, a ratchet strap, some snips, a forklift or gantry with a strap or chain, and a clevis. If you're using a gantry, it must be able to lift the mist collector 10 feet above the mill, with extra height under your ceiling to fit. You need to make sure you have enough height in your location where you can raise the mist collector up while having it attached above your lifting method. If neither the gantry or forklift work in your location, and you don't want the ground install, you should hire a professional rigger. The first step to install onto the top of the enclosure is to knock out the access hole. Climb up a ladder, and on the top right panel, punch out the small 34mm knockout using a punch and hammer, and then knock out the large outer hole. Discard the knockouts. There are 8 vibration pads included in the kit. Grab the 4 with the threaded rods on both ends. Remove the nuts and washers off the bottom of each and then thread them into the 4 threaded holes on top of the enclosure panel. The nuts and washers from the bottom of these vibration pads can be discarded. Then remove and save the 4 nuts and washers on the top of the vibration pads. Open the lid of the mist collector and secure the lifting eye bolt to the center of the grate using the adjustable wrench. Close the lid and secure the latches. Tip the mist collector onto its side and onto some floor protection. This plenum needs to be flipped so it points downward. Remove the 8 fasteners securing the mist collector's plenum cowling with a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Set it and the screws aside for now. Then remove the plenum's 6 bolts using a 10mm wrench. Reorient the plenum so that the circular opening is facing downwards, and reattach it using the 6 bolts previously removed. Replace the plenum's cowling and resecure with the 8 screws. Tip the mist collector onto the 2 4x4 blocks. Verify that all 4 of the mist collector filter's housing latches are secured in the latch position. Secure a ratchet strap around the mist collector. Then attach your gantry crane, forklift, or other suitable lifting device. Lift and place the mist collector onto the enclosure's top right panel. Align the slots in the mist collector's foot flanges with the vibration mounts and the large intake hole. Remove the clevis and pull the lifting device out of the way. Remove the ratchet strap. Secure the mist collector to all 4 vibration pads with the washers and nuts removed earlier. Then remove the eye bolt from the mist collector's lid. Resecure the lid. Attach the pre-taped threaded elbow to the mist collector's coolant return. Tighten this using a 24mm wrench until the fitting is snug and the barb section is pointed downwards. Secure the coolant drain hose to the mist collector's drain using the provided hose clamp. Tighten using a Phillips screwdriver. The coolant drain tube should extend at least 1 inch into the enclosure. Electrical installation. Find one of the button head cap screws and insert it into the top threaded hole on the top of the start button mounting plate. Press in the access button on the bottom of the start button electrical box to remove the cover. Slide the button head cap screw onto the top keyhole slot and secure with a 5mm hex wrench. Then secure the 2 button head cap screws into the bottom locations. Replace the cover. Remove the 2 M6 panel fasteners on the right side enclosure panel with a 4mm hex wrench. They are properly Sikaflexed in, but these fasteners should snap out easily. Reuse these fasteners to secure the mist collector starter box to the mill enclosure's right side panel. Route the cable with the connector end up to the enclosure's top right panel. Attach this connector to the mist collector's power inlet and latch securely. It only fits in one direction. Connect the mains power cable to the wall outlet. Attach the mist collector cables to the top panel with zip ties, then snip off the excess. Test the mist collector installation. Press the mist collector start button to turn on the mist collector. Press the mist collector stop button to turn off the mist collector.